Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, I want to have this conversation with y'all today because every now and then when I get new people to come into my coaching program, I'm noticing when they're putting their photos of what they're eating inside of our community, because we got a community, 50, 60 something people inside our Lions Den community. And we share the foods we eat. We share the meals we eat, right? The snacks we eat. And I'm noticing some of the new people, or even some of the people, if I'm being honest with you, some of the people who've been in the program for a couple of weeks or months, they still be going back into their old habits sometimes. And when I see the meals, the way they're eating, I'm like, that's big ass stomach, babe. You can't eat that way. That's not gonna work. You gonna be hungry as hell. It's gonna make you end up wanting to emotionally eat because you're so hungry. And so I'm about to show you the right way to eat. That way, you're eating in a way where you drop body fat, you feel good, you got energy, and you ain't out here stressing. All right? So, first thing first. Number one, I call it the half plate rule. The half plate rule. Guys, growing up, I grew up eating soul food every day. You know how folks, they eat they look forward to Thanksgiving so they can eat whatever they want to eat, the yams, the baked potatoes, the smothered pork chops. That was every day for me. That was every day. Yes. It wasn't like every year, every day. Okay. And I noticed, my family, cause I grew up with my granddad and his two sisters, my great aunties, and they would be like, hey, make sure you eat everything on the plate. But the goddamn plate had everything on there. It had black eyed peas, then it had some collard greens on there, and then they'd give me a little bit of pound cake on the side, then some fried pork chop or smothered pork chop on the side, and then had a little bit of corn. And a lot of y'all still eat like that. And you wonder why you can't lose no weight. I know your girl, she probably be whipping it up good for you. Like, yeah, baby, go ahead and put it together for me real good. I'm hungry today. I work real hard. You don't even know that shit making your stomach big. It's making you the way you can't lose no weight. Okay? And so it's a difference between eating healthy, even though what she may be cooking for you or what you're cooking for yourself. It may be healthy, but eating healthy doesn't mean you're going to lose weight, guys. Eating healthy doesn't mean you're eating for fat loss. I'm all about fat loss. I have folks who be commenting on my social media, on my posts from time to time. Are you a fat loss? Do you do fat loss? You train athletes? Fat loss. And that's what I do. I help people lose belly fat, man titties, love handles, fupa, cellulite. That's what I do. I want to help folks lose fat. Okay? And so here's what we do instead. The half plate rule is this. Instead of eating a whole lot of different things, we do two things. We can do protein and a vegetable, or we can do protein and a fruit. Okay? One or the other. Protein and a vegetable, or protein and a fruit. Because protein is one of the most important macronutrients. I know some of y'all like, what the hell is that? That disease? Macronutrients is just like the breakdowns of the food. You got proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Okay, guys? But protein helps us build muscle. It helps us increase our metabolism. It even helps us stay full for longer. And so if you notice that you're always hungry, like I went through this at one point too. I used to be eating a lot of starchy carbs all the time, French fries, potatoes, rice. And after about an hour or so of eating, I'm like, damn, how I'm hungry again already. I just ate a big old ass meal. Some of y'all doing the same thing. And the reason why you're still hungry is because you're not eating enough protein. You have to eat protein. I recommend every meal, okay? But then on the other side of the plate is the fruit or the vegetables. The fruit or the vegetables are important because you get that fiber, all right? You get the fiber, but not only that, guys, this is why I be telling you if you're not tracking, you're slacking. Because if you look at how much calories is in a cup of oatmeal, and versus how much calories is in a cup of strawberries and blueberries, you be like, damn, that's a significant difference. And you wonder why you can't lose no weight, because you're eating way more calories than what you thought you were eating. Same thing for rice. Same thing for potatoes. That does not mean that these foods are bad. You can still eat these foods. I still eat these foods. But if your goal is fat loss and you're tired of it taking forever to lose the weight, you have to eat more carbohydrates that have fiber in it, like the fruits and the vegetables. Because you can even eat more of it, but it won't be as much calories as if you ate starchy carbs like the rice, the oatmeal, the potato. It's just gonna take longer, guys. It's gonna take longer. And a lot of y'all are professionals at what you do, right? And so imagine if you had to learn all the shit I had to learn. I went to college for this, y'all. I went to Georgia State University, studied exercise science and nutrition. I spent tens of thousands of dollars on this. You don't have all that. And so my whole goal is to make this shit as simple as possible for you, to where you don't have to do too much thinking. And this is how my coaching clients are like dropping 25, 30, 35 pounds in only 3 months. Do some drop less in 3 months? Yeah. But they go on to drop 50, 60, 70, 80 plus because they stick with it. And so this is the first thing you got to do. The half plate rule. 1 protein, 1 fruit, or 1 vegetable. Okay? But the portions do have to, of course, the portions have to be right. Because I do understand there could be a fear around, well, damn, am I going to be full enough? Well, that's where you have to understand how much calories you need to eat, what your portions need to look like. Okay? This is when you start entertaining like a professional helping you map out something that's tailored to you. Because this shit ain't cookie cutter, y'all. All right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is this. There's a lot of snowflake trainers out there who be like, just say so to the chicken and broccoli diet. Just eat salads all day. You come over here, I'm going to tell your ass to go right back on over there if you think that's what we're going to do. Because I be over here eating. I eat my Waffle House. I eat my burgers. I eat my fries. I eat my tacos. I'm going to eat. And a lot of people be like, well, how in the hell can you do that, though? Well, maybe you could do it because you're already in shape. No, that is not how this works. Guys, what got you to where you are right now, it's all based on the habits and routines that you've had leading up to this point. If you don't have the right habits, you can't get the results you want. Okay? And so if you've been working out, you've been dieting, and you're like, damn, the weight ain't coming up. It's something about your habits that you need to change. All right? And I'm proud of y'all for the ones who are trying, but it's things that you need to change and adjust, because you could be doing all the right things, but you're not doing them properly. Okay? Big difference. And so what I do, how am I able to eat good food like this? How am I able to drink me a old fashioned for reserve? You know what I'm saying? How can I do that? Well, I have structure. And one of my structures is the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I'm eating my eggs and my turkey bacon and my kiwi. You boy be eating kiwi out here. You know what I'm saying? I be drinking my sparkling water. I step into my bougie nature and I drink me some sparkling water instead of drinking Sprite and Coke like I used to always do when I was growing up, and Capri Suns like I always used to do when I was growing up. Because if I'm drinking things like that, the sugar goes way up, right? The calories go way up. I'm going to be feeling tired all the time. And why some of y'all be feeling tired? Because the quality of the food you're eating isn't where it needs to be. And so 80% of the time, you need to eat quality food. Eat at home. All right? I know some of y'all be road warriors. Damn it, cook your food ahead of time and bring it with you. Because if all you eating is fast food every day, this is how folks be getting high blood pressure. And this, when people have high blood pressure, you know what start happening? And they eating junk food, they eating like poor quality food. This is how folks start having strokes. This is how folks start being put on dialysis. This is how folks start having heart attacks. Because they asking, oh, well, I'm just so busy. Well, you go busy your ass right on into a heart attack. I'm trying to teach you a better approach. And so that way these things don't happen to you. Like it did for my granddad at 46 years old. Guy 46 is fairly still young. You see what I'm saying? And so it's very important 80% of the time you eat clean. The other 20%, you can still enjoy yourself, man. Like, stop listening to all these goddamn snowflake trains telling you that you can't enjoy yourself. You can. You don't have to live like a bodybuilder just because they a bodybuilder and they eating like that. That don't mean you got to. We talking about having a flat stomach. We ain't talking about having ripped up 8-pack abs. Just have a flat stomach. Guys, you can have a flat stomach just eating right without ever stepping foot into the gym. Now, if you want to be ripped up, cut up, all toned and everything, and you got to start making dates with weights. Let's not kid ourselves here. All right? And I'm not talking about no little bit ass 5, 10-pound dumbbells neither. You got to take your ass to the gym. Unless you got a full at-home gym. Not no little bit ass yoga mat and some resistance bands. You need to be pushing some weight. Okay? And so that's the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, eating healthy and clean. The other 20%, you eat your favorite foods, man. All right? You just need to stay within a certain calorie intake to be able to drop body fat. And as long as you do that, man, you go drop weight. Okay? Without ever even hitting the gym. Now, if you want to look good in your clothes when you take them off, you need to be hitting the gym. You need to be hitting them weights. Number 3, this is by far one of the most important parts. Most important parts. I see a lot of people who reach out to me, and a lot of folks who follow me, y'all are smart. Y'all are very smart. And so you're eating healthy. You try to be mindful. You see the foods I'm putting out there to eat this food, eat these fruits, eat these vegetables, eat these protein. You see these things, right? And so you're not dumb. You're like, I'm just going to keep on eating junk food. No, that's not what people do. People start to entertain these new things that I'm sharing with them, right? But the issue that happens is you may lose a little bit of weight, then you gain it back. You may be doing some type of a diet, but you can't sustain it. You're like, damn, man, I can't be consistent with this, man. I can't just eat chicken and broccoli every day, man. Man, I can't just be eating salads every day, man. Man, how I do this, man? I'm so hungry. Why does that happen? Why do you lose the weight and gain it back? Because you don't have a plan. You have to have structure with what you're doing. This is by far the most common thing that holds a lot of people back who join my coaching program. All right? Like, when people, before they join, they're being mindful, but they just lack structure. They don't know how much food they need to eat. They don't know how much protein they need to eat. They don't know how many meals they need to eat throughout the day. When you don't know these things, guys, it makes it extremely stressful to lose weight and frustrating. Because sometimes you may see some weight come off, and then the next day you're like, damn, how the hell I gained back 2-3 pounds? How did that happen? And you be beating yourself up mentally, but it's just your habits. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have bad habits. Your habits just need to be fine-tuned. Let's just say it that way. Fine-tuned. You need to have more structure with your habits. Meaning, what protein you eating for breakfast? What's going to be your vegetable or your fruit? How much protein are you going to eat? How much fruit or vegetable are you going to eat? This is structure, okay? Same thing for lunch and dinner. Some of y'all, you snack all day and then you just have one big ass meal later on in the day and you don't know how much you're eating. And you're like, damn, I'm only eating one time a day. I must need to eat more. No. Your ass is 5'7", 280. You need to stop some eating. You're eating too much. And so, but you don't know that because you don't have structure. Okay? And so you have to develop structure with how much are you eating? Well, we talked about the quality food already, but you need to, what's your calorie intake on a daily basis? What's your protein intake on a daily basis? What's your portions for fruit and vegetables that you eat with each of your meals? This is structure. When you develop this structure while eating foods that you actually prefer eating, because these are things I do with my coaching clients, y'all. Shit ain't rocket science. It's very simple. When people join, they let me know what kind of foods they prefer to eat. And once I know what foods they like to eat, then I map out their nutrition plan. I'm like, all right, well, when you eat these foods, eat this much. Eat this many times a day. Oh, you work overnight? Okay, well, you just need to flip it. Our days of what we eat in a day, you eat it overnight because you work overnight. You see what I'm saying? And if you up during the daytime, then you just have a normal eating schedule. You see what I'm saying? But without having that structure, it makes life so much more stressful. When you step on a scale, sometimes it go down, sometimes it go up. Your clothes ain't fitting the way you want them to. Some days you're tired and hungry, some days you're not. Some days you binge eating because you're emotional and you're stressed, some days you're not. But when you have structure, it doesn't matter what happens in life. You know exactly what habit and routines you need to keep in place to make sure your results keep progressing. Meaning you continue to see the weight come off. You continue to see the stomach go down. You continue to have more energy. Guys, this is how we do it, man. Eat like this if you want to flatten your stomach. All right. Hopefully y'all found this podcast helpful. If you did, be sure to hit the follow button. Leave your boy 5-star rating so we continue to grow this movement. And we out of here. Let's go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.